Good morning. Welcome back to the 2025 Cape Epic. We are waiting for the teams to arrive from the Stage 2 time trial on what's actually a surprisingly beautiful race village at Fairview. I thought because we were here on the Fluctus, it was going to be a little bit cactus on the Fluctus vibes, but I think there's no trees, so it's going to get hot. And as you can hear, there's a lot of noise drifting across here, but the light is beautiful, and the mountains are flipping absolutely spectacular. The Simonsberg behind me really setting a beautiful scene. I think the mornings are going to be really lacquer here. But on the racing front, today, of course, that very big time trial, 66 kilometers, the longest ever time trial at the Absa Cape Epic. And it's quite a big jump up as well. Max Kleur was asking me this morning about what the longest one before this was. I think around 37 or 38 kilometers, if memory serves. I haven't actually checked properly, but big change. And the first point-to-point time trial. It's really going to suit the gravel races, the roadies, Greg van Avermaet. Though I don't think Greg's going to be up there for a stage win, unfortunately, for the Belgian fans. But also, in the ideal circumstances, the Matt Beers of this world, and of course the Annika Langvads of this world. Annika, you expect, is going to really dominate this stage alongside Sofia Gomez Villafane. So the women's race, they're already 6 minutes 58 ahead. That could be a bit of an issue there for the racing integrity of the women's race. But of course, we'll see how the day goes. The women start after the very fastest Open and NTT Data Masters men, after Carl Platz and Christoph Sauser and that group. So a little time until they get going. It is now 7:30. The slower of the UCI men's teams are on the course already. Rousseau and Herman Fourie are out on the course. Had a look at them. They seem to be going well, setting good times. But probably also like a top 20 would be good for them today, probably. Again, it suits Herman. Looking back at the first 2 days, the big story thus far has been how strong the WILIER-VITTORIA team are, the Italians, Luca Braidot and Simone Avondetto. Absolutely lighting it up. Probably a little bit of surprise just how good they were yesterday on the marathon stage, how good they were late on into a nearly 5-hour day as well. Nino, Schurter and Filipo Colombo won the stage yesterday, took yellow by 10 seconds and 11 seconds to be exact. And they are looking really, really good. Filipo looks to be stronger, so it looks like he's going to have to manage Nino through the week. But at this point, it's just the Italians really pushing them all the way. Of course, it's a long race, and that can change. Speed Company Racing, they were third yesterday. They're third on the general classification. Lucas Baum and Georg Geiger looking stronger, growing in confidence, I think, into the week. They are 3:14 behind Schurter and Colombo. If they can push on, this is also a stage that'll suit them. They will be looking to make up some time there as well. If they can win the day, that'll be good for them. The Torpedo Singer team of Fabian Rabensteiner and I want to say Samuele Porro, but it's not Samuele Porro, of course. Simon Stibian, that emergency team there when they lost their partners, Casey South from Torpedo dropped out and Martin Fry of Singer dropped out, so they teamed up. They're going really, really well. They're in fourth at 4:51 back. Maybe not the stage for them today, but if they can maintain, they'll be good. Kimitize Aubert, Samuele Porro, and Mark Stutzman, they are in fifth, 5:14. And then in Buco ChemChamp, they were really on it yesterday morning, racing really hard. Tristan Nortje climbing superbly, and then Marco sort of started to struggle, but it's a bit mean to say he struggled, and then they still finished inside the top 10 on the stage. So they're sixth at the moment. I think they're going to want to move up. They are definitely going to want to move up, have some better days. It looked like Marco had a puncture early on yesterday, and then he must have lost the bottle because him and Tristan were sharing a bottle after the King of the Mountain climb before they got to the Bloemendal water point. So that could explain the problems there, why Marco couldn't push on in the second half of the stage, maybe just missing a feed. So let's look for them to have a good day today. I think the South African fans really want to see them do well, and as I've said before at the beginning of the race, anything other than a top 5 is going to be disappointing for them overall at the end of the week, but it's a long week still. They can really move up. Matt Beers and Keegan Swenson, the other team that have had a disappointing start to the race, and that's the big one for the local fans, is watching Matt be frustrated and visibly frustrated, soft pedaling. Keegan as well. He's inside the top 10, but not at the level for the first 2 days that he needs to be at to challenge for victory. So hopefully that's a issue from traveling and arriving late. He only arrived in the middle of last week. So hopefully for Matt's sake, for Keegan's sake, for Outright Schurter Songo's sake, Keegan will find that little bit extra, that 5% extra that he needs to be up there, mixing it up with the likes of Schurter and Colombo, so that they can start making up some time. This is a stage where before the race they would have ID'd as a day for them, but of course that was one of the things of the Epic. It all changes with how you're feeling. At the moment, they are 7 minutes 27 down. 2023, Matt and Chris Blevins came back from further than that. They needed some bad luck for Speed Company Racing on the penultimate day to make up a lot of time on Speed Company. And then, of course, Andrei Frischnik that year cracked pretty badly on the last day, had a bad day on the last day and lost. And Scott SRAM, who should have won that race, you feel, with the way they'd ridden, they lost out there on the last day. So Matt and Keegan might need some bad luck for other teams now for them to get back into the race. Women's race, just quick rundown of the results. Thus far, Efficient Infinity are 6:58 behind. Buff Megamo had a great day yesterday. Rosa van Dorn and Nino Verst. They really moved up nicely through the GC places, and they were third on the day, third on GC now at 12:58. They benefited from Samara Shepherd and Margot Moschetti's bad day yesterday. Margot and Samara lost a lot of time. I spoke to Joffrey. Joffrey said Margot just had a bad day, just didn't feel great pretty much from the get-go. So hopefully that's a once-off thing as well for them, because they were really good on the time trial. It'd be great if they could come in and surge back up through the GC. Cannondale ISB Sports have been consistent so far, despite an awkward crash yesterday. They are 13-18 down, and then Titan Racing, Safari Essence, Honeycomb, Bianca Hoare and Haley Preen had another strong day yesterday, drama-filled day. They are at 14:44, and with just 2 minutes separating those third to fifth, I think anything can change there, and we look for Samara and Margot to get back into it as well. So all to play for as we go into the time trial. Stay tuned.